Hi, my name is Angel Pye. I am the co-founder of Keep Breathing, a nonprofit organization started a mere 2 weeks ago in response to COVID. I'd like to share with you a little bit of the origin story, what has transpired, and what we are doing today. About 2 weeks ago, like many of us, I was out of job, banging my head against the wall, wondering, wow, how long is this going to last? The fear, the anxiety, the lack of knowledge of this virus 2 weeks ago. A lot has happened in 2 weeks. And knowing that so many people were dying because there was a lack of supplies, protection, beds, doctors, ventilators, people being turned away from hospitals and then dying at home. There was so much fear and confusion and really helplessness. And one night, I came across a post on Facebook. It was a 3D design for a ventilator splitter, 3D printing, by a designer named Philip Sweeting, upstate New York. I saw this design and realized this is such a simple solution to the lack of ventilators available right now. Yes, we're going to be producing more. Yes, I'm sure more will be coming. But what about right now? And I just kept thinking, well, I have a lot of friends in industries, design industries, people who work for tech companies. A lot of people have access to 3D printers. So I just took it upon myself to first contact Philip. I found him on Instagram. He had an open source file. And I said, has this been tested? He says, yes, it's been tested in a medical school upstate. Okay. It's been tested in artificial lungs. Okay. So then I reached out to as many people as I could think of. This is at 11 p.m. at night when I came across these files, by the way. Messaging everyone who I knew had access to 3D printers and then blasting it out on Facebook. Who has 3D printers? Who wants to help me print this and deliver it to the hospital? By 3 a.m., I had already gotten a message out to my friend at the mayor's office. I had gone out to a fleet of printers now available on standby to print. And then I contacted the first person whose post I had seen. And I said, will you help me print this? Let's get one print out first and test this out in the hospitals here. I have a doctor who's willing to test it on the ventilators in New York City. I want to make sure it fits. By 3 a.m. it was all set. And Will, who was the first on board, he was like, I'm already printing. I'm on it. And it was amazing because it took everyone, their willingness to jump on board this idea I had. Why don't I organize this movement, printing and hospital? Little did I know all the things that was all the hurdles we were gonna hit in the next couple of days as well. By day 2, I had joined forces with another friend who was working on a different project. And then he's like, I want to work on the splitters too. And it's like, well, why don't we merge our resources? I have contacts, you have contacts. I have resources, you have resources. Let's do this together. Next thing I know, we formed Keep Breathing. And now, by day 3, I had over 100 people message me committed to printing. We had 100 printers sitting there waiting for my go to print. Meanwhile, I was calling all my doctor friends, hospitals, contacts in the government, anyone I could possibly think of to make a list of people who wanted these ventilator splits. These splitters are, to be very firm, we know it is a temporary solution. It is a last resort, ultimate last resort. There's a lot of cons that come with a ventilator splitter. We know what the pros are, right? If you are lacking a ventilator, you can split one machine into 2, possibly 4, possibly more. But there's so many dangers associated with it. However, it has already been done. In the Vegas shootout, hospitals actually had split a ventilator, more than one, for 6 hours, prolonging patients while more ventilators were arriving in the hospitals. Worldwide, it's been done. There's a lot of YouTube videos of doctors showing other doctors how to split a ventilator. What we simply did was come up with a design and a valve for each outlet to help the doctors control the airflow a little better. But we're fully aware this is a last resort, simply to buy you time until a new ventilator arrives, which is literally a matter of life and death for some people. Instead of you trying to MacGyver a splitter right now in the state of emergency as you're trying to save lives, here's a box of splitters you can use. One-time use only, but you can use. It will provide you more if you need more. But here they are. And I hope you don't need them. So that was our intention. Then I ended up having over 10 countries worldwide message me as the word kept spreading worldwide. And it sparked other people around the world to do the same thing, what I was doing, which was simply organizing, arranging, getting printers to print these splitters and sending them to the hospitals. Now, one weekend we started to realize, before we started sending it to the hospitals, we were having a lot of legal issues, discussions. Well, wow, what's going to happen to, what can we do to protect all of us? All the over 100 volunteers who are part of our organization now. And of course, our team members, my amazing team members who have been working 20 hours like me nonstop for the first week to try to make this happen. We had to figure a way out. So then we started raising money through a GoFundMe to take care of legal fees, to take care of supplies, logistics, knowing also the funds we have, we can develop other projects in which we are doing right now, which was so exciting. We were able to reach our goal in 2 days. And now we have, on top of ventilator splitters, we have, it's called a PAPR, which is a powered air purifier respirator. Now that is for the doctors on the front line. It's a hood, a mask, attached to a motor pumping filtered air. And that is the ultimate protection for doctors on the front line. They already exist. It costs $2,000 to buy per set. We got together engineers, designers, product designers, and now we're creating them ourselves for $200 or $300. So we're using the funds we generated to buy the supplies, manufacture these PAPR, and then donating to the hospitals on the front line as well. And what was amazing is, my question really in the beginning was, okay, do you have a printer? No. Do you want to find more people with printers? Do you want to help me contact hospitals? Do you want to do this? What are your skill sets? Someone says, well, I'm a writer. Great. You can help us write something. I'm a web designer. Great. You can help us build a website. All these things unfolded. Lawyers offering pro bono. All these things unfold because everyone was on the same mission to help save lives. Everyone from all backgrounds, all ethnicities, all skill sets worldwide, messaging us, contacting us. How can I help? I have these contacts. I have all these contacts. And it just kept growing. And we kept evolving. We kept adapting. Started with just me. But then I joined forces with Tim. And we expanded into this full-blown nonprofit. So we have been in touch with the mayor's office, governor's office, senator's office, doctors, hospitals, doctors on the front line, directors of hospitals, scientists. What I've heard from a lot of people who were not able to either print or donate directly, they have said that this organization, all of us doing this, gave them hope and joy during a time that was very dark, very bleak, very scary. And this was a light in a tunnel. And just simply knowing that, and that I was a part of this amazing mission and group of people who were willing to just help. That was enough for me. And I wanted to share this little story with you today. And I hope you are all staying safe and sane. And we'll get through this together.